Thank you for joining me. I hope all is well in your world today. Shall we just get straight into it by looking at your general theme, your general energy of the reading? Now, on the community this month, I asked which set of cards, which deck of cards would you like to use to find your general energy? And there was choice of 3. It was a toss-up between 2, Whispers of Ganesha by Angela Hartfield and The Herbiary. And I made an executive decision and I chose the Ganesha cards because they're really beautiful. The artwork on them is really lovely, and I always get really good answers from them. So let me find some cards, 3 cards in particular, for your general theme, your general energy, Libra, for this month. Okay, so as always, this is for you if you are Sun, Moon, Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising, or if you've just come across the reading and it's taken your fancy, well, it's for you as well. And also remember that it's a group reading. It's a very open reading. So just take from it what resonates with you and what you want, and leave behind what you don't. So let's move that. We have openness. We have acceptance, and we have relaxation. Okay, so this theme for you, or the theme for you for this reading, Libra, is all about openness. There's no other word really for that. Acceptance and of being open to whatever comes towards you this month. And obviously we've got a relaxation card in there, so maybe you need to take a little bit of time for yourself amongst all of this. I actually think the general theme running through everybody's readings is that I think we all need to sit back and let August happen. I don't think we've got any of it is in our control this month. I think we just have to be open and accepting to whatever's coming towards us, and we just need to get as much rest and relaxation as we possibly can through the entire month, because I think it's going to be a bit of a huge life-shifting change for a lot of people, which it can be, it's in the astrology, in the stars, and I think a lot of it is out of our control. So I think, if we can be open and accepting and have a rest, then I think that's all we can do really this month. So let us have a little bit of a closer look, Libra, at your recent past energy. So let's find 3 cards. We have the Devil, we have Temperance, and we have the Queen of Wands. So the Devil speaks of our shadow side, those things that we maybe don't want to look at, those negative emotions, those negative parts of our psyche, of our being, that we don't always like to acknowledge or take a close look at. They can be that's also the part of us that pops up when we need a coping mechanism. Sometimes, we can throw ourselves into something too much, some overindulgence of too much of something. So that could be drink, it could be drugs, it could be shopping, it could be gambling. It can also come in the form of negative behaviours, negative thinking. So over-analysing, being self-critical, all these negative self-talk that we give ourselves. So that's something in that realm has popped up in your recent past, where your darker side, your shadow side has popped up as maybe a coping mechanism for something that's been going on, some stress or something that you're having to deal with. But luckily, good old Temperance has stepped in here, and I think you've got yourself on a little bit of an even keel, because Temperance is really great at finding balance. She's very in contact with her head and her heart, and she is very grounded. So I think despite the fact that you may have had a blip in the recent past, Temperance has come through and helped you to find that middle ground, that grounding, that security that you've needed to just get yourself back on track. We also have the Queen of Wands here, and she is very confident in herself. She knows how to attract abundance. She knows how to go towards the things that she wants in life. And I think because you've got yourself back on track, now you're able to think about what's next and about moving forward to the next thing in life. As I say in my other readings, you know, we are always moving towards something. It can be something as small as, you know, a slight change in our job situation, or a forging better relationship within our family or within our friend group. There's always something that we're moving towards, and these readings are different, mean something different to everybody, and it's just generally what you've got in your mind, what you're when you come into this reading, whatever's at the forefront of your mind at the time is the thing that we're going to be talking about for you. So for your current energy, I'm going to skip the clarifiers on that, because I think it's pretty clear cut. You know, you're now in a position where you're able to move forward and take action and head towards where you are going. So our current energy, I've got the King of Wands has just popped out of the pack there for you, and again, he is the card of action. He is the king, so he's great at taking action, of moving towards his passions and joys. And I think this, at the moment, this is what you are trying to do. You're pursuing or trying to move towards, or shove yourself forward towards the things that bring you passion, the things that bring you joy, and you know, there's nothing holding you back from that. So we've got, with that, we've got the Five of Pentacles, and we've got the Ten of, I won't say swords, but it's the Ten of Wands. So despite the fact that you're really trying to move forward and trying to take action, you need to remember that if you're having a little bit of a struggle with things, if things feel like you've got a heavy load, that, you know, you're being weighed down by this, so many things that you've got to do, that you're just like feeling really bogged down with it all, you need to remember that there is help out there for you if you so wish. The Five of Pentacles, there's two people there out in a storm, in the snow, not wearing enough clothes, and they seem to be having a really tough time. But what they don't see is that if they actually look up, then there's a place of sanctuary just right there, a place where people can help them, they can have some support, they can have probably some food, a bit of warmth, and there's people there to help them get them back on track. And now, for you this month, I think that is, you need to remember that and be open, again, back to our openness and accepting of help and support, and know that you don't have to do everything on your own. You know, you don't have to carry all these wands on your own. You've got help and you've got support if you just dare to look up and look towards those sources of help and support. Let's have a few clarifiers. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the Nine of Wands and the King of Swords. So the Two of Cups is a card of choices. It's a card of connection and of as well. But I think in this case, this is the card of choices for you. I think you've got a choice whether you want to be open and accepting to help and support. And you can make a decision on that, which will make your life a lot easier. Or you can continue in the way of the Nine of Wands by sort of, you've been through a tough time, or you've been through a difficult time, but you're not, he's just sort of stood there looking at the past and not trying to look forward. So, you've got choices about how you want to play this. Do you want to move forward? Do you want to push onwards, take some help? But I do think that you're going to find some clarity on that, if not at the moment or very soon, because we have the King of Cups, King of Swords, not the King of Cups, and he's sat on his throne, and there's a few clouds in the background, but he's very clear about what he wants. He's also very knowledgeable about how to achieve what he wants. So you're sort of double-ended here we've got the King of Wands on one, the start of your your current energy, and we've got the King of Swords at the end. So I think, you know, obviously the past and the present and the future, they sort of blend into one, don't they? There's no immediate beginning, there's no immediate end. So, you know, this is all a bit of a blend of energy. And as we work through our current energy, by the time we start moving into future energy, you've got found clarity on how you need to move forward, on what you need to do to help yourself to move onwards, to move into the next phase. But this all comes from you making choices, and you looking and asking for some help by being open and accepting of it. You'll have to excuse me, I'm really, really warm. It's gone mega hot here at the moment, and it's just, it's unbearable. It's that really humid heat that just like is really draining. Okay, oops. I've got all my cards in a pickle here. Let me just turn them round. Me and cards do not get on well when it comes to shuffling. Okay, so let us find your future energy, Libra. Okay, we have the Sun, beautiful. We have the Five of Cups, and we have the Page of Wands. So the Sun is a glorious card to have. The Sun is shining on you in the future. The Sun is all about abundance, about power, power to create and to attract whatever it is that you are wanting to do. It's it's a great big yes. It's a favourable card. It's the best card in the pack. And obviously it can mean that the Sun is shining on you, that things are going to go your way, things are going to work out the way that you want them to. Next to the Sun, we have the Five of Cups, and he's looking quite disappointed and quite bereft because his 3 glasses of wine have fallen over there. But if he only looked behind him, he'd realise that there was still 2 standing, and those that have fallen probably weren't for him. They were probably a Merlot instead of a cheeky Rioja or something. You know, he needs to know that there is another option. There are other options. He's not lost. So I think for you, the Sun may be shining on something, and you are, you may be feeling a little bit in a quandary about how you're moving forward, what's going on, because how you expected things to turn out, or what you expected to be the positive thing, or the thing that was going to work out great, maybe hasn't. And you're too busy looking at that to realise that actually this thing that you did over here, or this thing going on over here that you've not noticed or looked at for a while, is actually doing really well. So it's all about opening your eyes and looking at all the situation from sort of a higher perspective, and realising that all is not lost. Just because the thing that's right in front of you didn't maybe work out the way you wanted to, something else has. So the Sun's here, so something really positive is coming through for you for the in your future energy before the end of August. We've got the Page of Wands. He is all about following his passions, his joy, from a really young perspective, from quite a naive perspective. He's just throwing caution to the wind, and he's just moving onwards regardless. And I think that's the energy you need to work with and move forward with for the end of August, is to embody the energy of the Page of Cups, and to just roll with life, to try and enjoy and follow the things that make you happy, to embrace the things that make you happy, following your passions, and just trying to live from a more simple perspective. It's really easy for us to overcomplicate things, isn't it? I mean, I'm a Virgo, I'm queen of overcomplicating things. It's what I do best. But you know, I think simplicity is required for you before the end of the month. Is simplicity and a higher perspective to look at things. You know, things are not as rubbish or as complicated or as difficult as you may think. Try and take a huge step back and look at things from a different perspective and look at them through the eyes of a child. Things don't have to be as hard as you maybe are making them in the future before the end of August. Right, I've got a card that's stuck to me because I'm so hot. We'll take that. The Six of Pentacles is all about the flow of life, letting the life flow. And I think that goes with our cards at the top, our openness, our acceptance. By being open and accepting, we allow that flow of energy to run through us, giving, receiving, you know, just being open to things just flowing. And I think that's really important for this month. It feels really important to just let things flow as they need to, not, you know, blocking them with any negative thoughts, negative patterns of behaviour, just letting the energy flow. Right, I've got another one. It's thrown itself on the floor for a change. We have justice, so that's things being done the right way and coming back into balance. So by taking that higher perspective, by taking that big step back, by letting your energies flow, you are allowing things to be just as they should be. Allowing everything to come back into its own natural state of balance. So let's have one more for Libra's future energy. We've got the Nine of Swords, which is all about feeling stressed, having something on your mind. Yeah, basically. It can often be called the ever-waking nightmare. So it's something that's on your mind in the morning, something that you go to sleep with. Let's clarify this a little bit. Obviously, swords are the mental suit, the card of our thoughts. A Page of Cups. So, and the Page of Swords. So maybe you've got a bit of an idea about how things are moving forward, and it's creating a lot of stress within you, and it's bringing up a lot of new emotions. So I think you just need to try and go with the flow. I think is the message that I'm getting here, is just go with the flow. You know, as things change, as things roll, as life flows over us and through us, around us, it brings in change, new energies, new shaking up of old energies. It can bring in change, and with that can bring stress, can bring grief, can bring loss, and things feeling unsettled. And if you're a person that doesn't deal with that very well, that can create a lot of stress in your life. But I think this is just to say that, you know, there might be something that's making you feel new emotions, have, you know, new thoughts, new ideas that may be creating a little bit of stress and tension within you at the moment. But the key is to just be open, accepting, and let the flow of life run as it's meant to, because things are going the way that they're meant to. And as I said, I think August is out of our control. It's going to happen. It's a choice of whether it's going to happen to you or whether you're going to accept it and let things flow through as they need to be, as they need to. Right, let me find 3 cards for you, Libra, for some overall guidance and advice. One's come out already for August. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Emperor. So the 8 of Cups is all about walking away and not being afraid to walk away and leave things behind. He's got these 8 cups here and he's leaving them. They're all upright, and he's walking away. He's choosing to move on to what's next, despite the fact that things may have been actually all right. He's wants to go on a new path and a new adventure, and so he's leaving some stuff behind and he's walking away off on his new adventure towards his destiny, I actually think. And I think this is what is happening for a lot of us during August. We're being really shoved towards our destiny to bring us into alignment with ourselves so that we can be and do the people that we want to. And you know, sometimes, as I've said, by moving forward, by shaking up the energy, by going with the flow, we have to leave things behind. And the Eight of Cups speaks of this, of leaving things behind and moving on to new adventures. We have the Ace of Wands, and he is the king of something new, of off onto a new adventure, starting something new, having wands are the card of work, of passions, of joy, and so that's you beginning to head towards the thing that brings you passion, that brings you joy, that's within your destiny that you need to work towards. And we have the Emperor card. And I think this is just to share with you that this is who you need to embody for August. You need to be strong. Well, you are strong. You need to just embrace the Emperor energy. Be a leader if required. Be strong. Be available to fight your corner. To stick up for yourself if necessary during this month, and to just be that strong and powerful and leading energy to get through whatever's coming towards you this month. So I'm just going to have one more card because I feel like we need it. Okay, yep. Moving to calmer waters. So he's the Six of Swords. He's pushing his family, steering his family into these calmer waters. It's very choppy on this side. It's smoother on the other side, and he's taking his family and moving himself into that calmer time. So you are, through all of this, if August may be a little bit bumpy, know that you are heading towards calmer waters, that things are going to start getting a little bit easier, that you are heading in the right direction. You are heading towards alignment, towards destiny, towards the place that you need to be. You just have to remember to be open, accepting, and rest and relax if and when necessary. So thank you so much, Libra. I look forward to seeing you again next month. Please like and subscribe if you like this reading. If you've enjoyed it and you'd like to share the parts that really resonate with you, then I'd love to hear that. In the meantime, I will see you next time.